What's up, everyone? It's your girl Gelbeauty-QM here, aka Grace Honey. And today we're gonna get into this new makeup releases. I'm also gonna do a portion of why you don't need or do you really need this video, just because it's like 3 or 4 palettes that I feel like we all have similar color stories to already, so you don't need to buy them. So I'm just dropping it here. How y'all feel about this sunset blush moment I call myself trying to do? Because I'm thinking it looks kind of cute, you know. I tried out the last 3 of the NYX blushes that I had, so that's what's going on with the 3 different blushes on my face right now. So I was like, I can do a sunset moment, and that way I can put all 3 of them on my face today. And I think it turned out cute. Y'all can comment down below and tell me what you think. This is a colorful versus muted eye situation. Comment down below and tell me if you can guess what set of palettes it is, because I think that video already went up showing like this palette with the other palette in one of the videos where I just show you all the videos I'm going to do regarding it. I do have on one of the new makeup releases now. I will talk about it when we get to it. I'm waiting on another one to come in the mail for me, but I'm gonna start off with the why you don't need stuff so we can get that out the way, and then I can talk about the rest of the things. So I have already told y'all about this Natasha Denona palette over here and how I don't think you need it. Aside from the fact that it has 9 shades from the original palette right here, so it's like if you already have the gold palette, there is no purpose for you to buy that palette. And since I have the gold palette, this is actually the first full-size Natasha Denona palette I have ever bought. There's no purpose for it. So if you have this, you don't need to get that. I gave y'all a whole nother video and an Instagram post on why you didn't need this palette before I even knew this palette existed. So I told you all that the Ambiance palette from Sigma is very similar to this. This palette to me looks really similar to that one over there. So I'm like, you don't really need to buy that one, especially if you already have this one, or if you just have the gold palette. Like, there's no purpose behind it. I heard some of you all talking about the golden hour palette from ColourPop. I should have a mock-up of both of those here and why that's similar and you don't need it. But I do want to see if the formula is similar to the original palette, so that's why I'm personally getting it. Otherwise, I wouldn't get it. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I would not. No, she wouldn't be getting any of it because there'd be no purpose. Like, you own the gold palette, you don't need this one. Oh, I forgot to mention, if you have the gold palette from, the Naked Honey palette, then you don't need it. Y'all know Naked Honey goes 50% off and it has similar tones in it too. So it's just no need for you to buy this palette from Natasha unless you just wanted the shades from the gold palette and you didn't get the gold palette. That's the only reason I see you needing this palette. Because otherwise, it's like, girl, who needs this? Who cares? I don't care. I don't. Okay, so the next one we're going to talk about is I'm going to talk about the whole collection, but I'm talking about the palette in this particular part right now. The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air palette from Glam Light and the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, or Will Smith, of course. Now, when I saw this initially, I was like, this is cute. Now, I am going to get it just because y'all know I love these tones. However, I feel like if you have their Rick and Morty palette over here that I have next to it, that you don't need this. Or if you have the Surge palette from Blend Bunny, then you don't need this. Or if you have the Laura palette from Blend Bunny, you don't need this. So why do I need this? Why do you need this? We don't need this. I'm going to buy it like a clown because I like the color story, and y'all know these are my type of colors, but it's not needed. Like, this is one thing I do not need. It's fire and I love the colors of it, but it's not a need. So yeah, you don't need it either. If you have any of the 3 palettes I just named, you don't need it. Next we're going to this palette from Widow Beauty. Now this is the Crow palette. When I saw this, it just made me think of the Freddy Huda palette from Glam Light or the Waiting Room from Milk Cosmetics. So I'm like, if you have either one of those, you don't need this. And I have both of those, so I don't need this. There's no need to have that palette. There's, in my personal opinion, unless you're a fan of the Crow. I haven't tried it yet because they still haven't set out my Resurrection palette. They said it was supposed to take a while, but I think it was supposed to take like maybe 2 months, and I think it's been like past the 2 months and they still haven't given anybody any updated information, so I'm kind of concerned about that. But this one has 8 matte shades, 1 shimmer shade, 3 multi-chromes, and 4 dual chromes. So that's what rounds out this palette. But yeah, I personally do not want this palette. I still haven't tried the quality of the brand, so the last thing I need to do is buy another palette from the brand. So I don't see myself personally picking this up, but you know, if you're interested, I'm not here to judge. It's just somebody had asked me about some of these palettes and asked me to do a why you don't need, so I figured I'd just put them in front of this video since we have to talk about them here anyway, and then I can cut down on doing it. Because the last one we have to talk about is Fenty Cosmetics palette. They're the full collection of stuff, but somebody of course asked me to focus on the palette, so that's what we're focusing on. I know some of y'all told me you felt like this looked similar to the Amy Love's makeup palette from what is it, Adept Cosmetics. I did order that one. I'm waiting for it to show up at my house, but I guess I can kind of see that. I didn't initially think of any dupes when I looked at this palette. I was just like, oh, it looks nice. I thought it might be similar to like the blue palette she recently came out with, the Wizard, and then she had just like put pink shades in it instead of like the yellow shades that she had initially. So that's why I thought it was kind of close in tones, and I would definitely put it in a 5 brands and dupe themselves, because it's like you just gave us blues and you turn around and gave us more blues and just added like some pinks and a little bit of neutral to it. So that's what it made me think of. Like if I think of some more, I'll pop some picture combinations in over here, but just initially looking at it, I didn't think of too many dupes when it came to it. I was just like, oh, it's a blue palette with some pinks. On to these other things that I'm here to talk about. I am so excited. Fleur has a new fragrance coming out, honey. It's called Soft Spot, and I'm like, yes, Fleur, give it to me. So it's an unexpected duality of softness and strength. Everyone's got one. Where's yours? Indulge in the magnetic allure of intimacy and intoxicating pleasure. Soft Spot is a sultry skin-on-skin fragrance that captures the essence of your desire with a charming caress. So it has bergamot peel, mandarin, and freesia. The heart of it is jasmine petals, water lily, and vanilla orchard. And then the base is amber, sandalwood, and musk. It's on their website right now, but I don't think it's available at Sephora yet. So I'm gonna get mine when it comes to Sephora, since there's some more stuff launching next week that I want to buy, and it'll be easier for me to pick it up from Sephora. But I'm excited. On to these Be Perfect, what are these called? It's a new and improved Scorch blushes and Fahrenheit bronzers. This luxe powder formula blends seamlessly into the skin to create your beautiful, flawless base. I really did like the blushes. They added 4 new additional shades, and now they have 10 bronzers. I don't know if they had 10 bronzers before, but they say they added 4 new shades to the blushes, which is nice. I already have blushes from them though. I do like the fact though that they changed it to this circle pan, because I hated the big huge pan they had it in. But my whole thing is I'm hoping they didn't change the formula, because they had a more like baked lush formula, and I'm looking at it now and I don't know if it's necessarily the same formula, because you know the baked stuff is usually like hyped up kind of on a kind of like the hourglass ones are, and I'm feeling like because they changed it, it's not like the same baked formula, the ones that I personally have. So I'm kind of glad I have the ones I do have, because it's not looking the same in the pan. Now I'd have to see if someone bought them and they're the same or not, but like just looking at it, it doesn't look the same. So I'm glad I have the ones I have. But I would say they're nice quality. I did not like the bronzer though. I did not like it. It gave more of a contourish undertone than a bronzer. It was definitely giving gray, and I'm like, don't call it a bronzer and then it's giving gray, honey. No. So I was not feeling that at all. Okay, so I guess we can go ahead and just talk about the one that's on my face now. This is the Makeup by Mario Soft Sculpt Multi-Use Bronzing and Shaping Serum. Now, when I asked y'all about the poll of this and the same one, all y'all was saying that y'all wanted this one more than the same one. Did not let me down at all. I am quite enjoying it on my face so far. I've been liking it so far. I have the shade Dark. They have a shade called Dark Deep. I'll probably get that one when summer comes. So that I'm liking that people are coming up with more liquid bronzers as opposed to the ones in the cups and the pots, which they work fine. It's just I prefer to have a liquid one I can rub on and I can just buff it in really quickly and go. And I feel like with those it takes a little bit more time, a little bit more work. It's not a bad thing. It's just, you know, whatever. But he has 7 shades and Say only has 6. So that's another thing I noticed that people were pointing out. And the shades seem like they're evenly distributed throughout. Mario's a little bit better than they always say, but again, I think it's good that they have 6 shades, because some brands would have came out with 3, like Westman and Talia, and thought that that was okay. So I will give Mario and Say their props. They did come out with double that a lot of people don't normally come out with. People I feel like usually come out with 3 to 4. So the fact that they have 6 and 7 I think is amazing, and I can't wait to try them out side by side, because I plan on doing a face of half face of Say and a half face of Makeup by Mario, just to see which ones will perform best, because I'm liking the Mario one by now. I feel like I'm gonna like the Say one too, because I like their cream blushes. But let's move on to the next thing, because I already have this clearly. So the next thing we have to talk about is the Wet n Wild Bare Focus Niacinamide Skin Tint. It has 27 shades. I guess they're trying to redeem themselves, because everybody been clowning them for being like Physicians Formula and hardly coming out with any shades. Because some stuff they come out with is just like, there's only 3 shades, there's only 4 shades, what are we doing? So they have 27 shades of this, and I don't really really care. I haven't checked for Wet n Wild in a long time. Once they started acting like Physicians Formula, only coming out with 2 and 3 shades and stuff, I was like, I'm done with y'all then. Like, they had came out with some concealer, and I think it only had like maybe 5 to 6 shades, and I'm like, how the hell did you come out with 6 shades in a concealer? What were you doing? And then like the little skin tint they came out with didn't have that many shades in it either. So I don't know if this is like they're trying to relaunch the skin tint, because they had a skin tint that one of my YouTuber friends from a while ago had, and she really liked, but the shade range was lacking. I had tried it and I wasn't impressed, and again the shade range was lacking, so I didn't really check for it. I'm not checking for this either, just because I'm not a skin tint person, as we all know. It need to say skin tint foundation, try to trick me into buying it, because if it says skin tint, I want no part of it. If it says BB cream, I want no part of it. If it says CC cream, I want no part of it, unless it's from a certain brand that I know is going to give more like a medium coverage. Like the Catrice one I heard from Andrea Montanaro is supposed to be like more like a medium coverage foundation as opposed to a tint, so I'd be willing to try that out to this. I don't know. I don't care. It says it's sheer to medium buildable skin tint. I still don't care, just because, you know, a few complexion products y'all came out with, y'all didn't care to make colors for everyone, so I kind of don't care now. It's supposed to blur imperfections. It finishes with a soft satin glow and perfect with concealing redness and blemishes so naturally. A clean skin loving serum formula. I mean serum foundation, and it's supposed to be $8.99. So I don't really care. I mean, if I ran across it at like a CVS and then I had a coupon for cosmetics, I might consider getting it, but it's not something I'm going to go out of my way to get at all. Like I don't care at all, just whatsoever. Let's talk about this Cali Ray thing, because I showed y'all, I think I showed y'all this last week to let you know at the beginning or at the end of the video that I had found some new stuff. So we have the Sun Drip Luminous Liquid Bronzer with hyaluronic acid and peptides. Now to me, this doesn't personally look like a bronzer to me. And then they only have like 3 shades. So this is what I was talking about when I said the other brands and they only have 3 shades. This is the perfect example of what I was talking about. They have 3 shades and that's it. And it's $28. It's supposed to be a liquid bronzer that acts like a serum, delivering skin-loving peptides, antioxidants, and hyaluronic acid that hydrates, blurs, and visibly firms skin. The subtle shimmer disappears on application, leaving a luminous bronzy glow. Can be used all over face and body or as contour sheer but buildable universal sun-kissed glow. Now I don't plan on picking this up just because I just picked up 2 already, and it's like, how many do I need? I don't really know that much about Cali Ray. And y'all remember that undercover eye stuff I told you all in the video that I wasn't a fan of the undercover concealer corrector situation that they had going on. So I feel like sometimes they just combine the names of stuff and try to make stuff be more than one product to make it seem like they may come up with these lot of multi-purpose things when really it only does one thing or another thing. So because of that under eye thing, I wasn't appreciating that, pretend like it's concealer and a color corrector when it wasn't. So I can easily skip on this with the 3 shades. So yeah, I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling it. Next, let's talk more about Mario. So he extended his shade range of his bronzers and his blushes. So he added a shade called Fair to the bronzer, because that's the only one I saw. And then he added 4 of these Soft Pop blush sticks. I have one. I have yet to use it. Like, I've been wanting to try it out, but I just, for some reason, I just never gravitate to use it. I do like the bronzer, though. I feel like it's really nice. I feel like all his bronzing products, I feel like he does a great job with those. That's why whenever he comes out with one, I just buy it. I don't ask questions. I just buy it because I know it's going to give the type of bronze look that I want. So I'm happy he has more shades of these bronzer sticks. Maybe I'll finally try the one I haven't liked it and then want one of these. But as of right now, of course, I don't want it. Of course, he came out with one of those pink shades because pink is really popular. There's a burgundy shade that looks interesting to me. And then there's 2 shades on the lighter spectrum for more fair skin tones. So I guess he's trying to get more fair, light products out, which I think is good, because I feel like they get left out just like people that are my skin tone get left out, and then they have to like mix and, you know, try to make stuff work. And I feel bad for them just like I feel bad for people with my skin tone. It's like you need to stop worrying about just medium and tan. Other skin tones exist. Try making stuff for them too. So I'm glad he's added some things to his collection to, for those people. Lots of people are extending shades. Like I see here that NYX decided to extend the shade range on their fat oil lip drips. So they have Chilling Like a Villain. It's supposed to be a creamy pale dusty. That sounds weird, but okay. Then they have Splash of Cream, which is supposed to be a creamy honey nude shade. Then they have Livin' the Cream, which is supposed to be a creamy dusty brown. Then there's Sprinkle, which is supposed to be a creamy deep muted rose. Then there's Losing Control, and that's supposed to be a creamy neutral beige. And then they have Inside Scoop, which is supposed to be a cream plum brown. So I didn't try these before. I don't plan on trying them now. Y'all know I don't care about lip oil, so this is easy. I don't care. I will pass on this situation for me. But you know, if you like it, they came up with more shades for your enjoyment. I am kind of excited about this, but kind of not at the same time. So Dior has a new Backstage eyeshadow palette in the shade 3 Warm Essentials. I feel like the shade Warm Essentials though, like, was already a shade palette before. Maybe I made it up, but in my mind I swear they already had a warm tone palette. That's why I'm like, did y'all just reformulate it and bring it back again? Because I'm like, I swear the shade already existed. I'm so confused right now. Someone comment down below and let me know if I'm right or not. They say it's coming soon to the collection, but I just feel like they had one like this before. And it's like, did you just continue to bring it back, or did they take like the weird little cream shades they like to put in out and make an eyeshadow shade, and that's why it's coming back again? Like, I just feel like this is something they've had before, and I don't feel like I made that up. I'm excited about this. Now remember I told y'all about these highlighters from Beaute Cosmetics? So they came out with this fruit salad collection, and so they have re-released the fruit salad collection, and they have these highlighters. So I'm excited about the highlighters. Y'all know I don't really do my nails. I'm not a girl who cares about like her nails, so I don't really care about the nail polish. I'm excited about these highlighters. I'm like, can I have just about all of them? Because I plan on buying just about everything. I hope they have a bundle of just the highlighters, because I will buy them. Because I feel like they're going to try to bundle like the matching fingernail polish with the highlighter. Like, no, just give me a bundle of all the highlighters and I will buy them all. I will buy them all, and we will do a swatch party of all of them, in addition to the ones that originally came out in the collection with Emily Violet Marie. Because I want them all. They all look stunning and nice. And I feel like they'll all be unique colors for, like, you know, some of my skin tone. They're just stunning, and I want them all. So needless to say, I will be buying them. They're reimagined, and they have 8 highlighters to match with these 8 nail polishes. They're blinding and multi-purpose highlighter formula that's designed with all skin tones in mind. So we'll see if the somewhat colorful ones look ashy. Oh, so the names of them are Tart, Quench, Crisp, Bitter, Juicy, Pucker, Tangy, and Sour. It says close-ups. And then they're gonna have a bundle. They're supposed to retail for $14.99 Canadian, which is $11 American. And then the bundle of 8 is supposed to retail for $80.75 American and $109.99 Canadian. And these launch Tuesday the 21st. Now I don't know if they say they have a bundle of 8 for $109. I'm hoping the bundle of 8 is like the highlighters and not the nail polishes. Because it doesn't say what the bundle is for. It just says it's $14.99 and a bundle of 8 is $109. So I'm confused on if those are the nail polishes or if those are the highlighters. Because I'm praying it's the highlighters, because I would totally buy a bundle of highlighters for 80 bucks. That sounds like a steal to me. But with that price point, it sounded like more is going to be for the nail polishes and not the highlighters like I'm hoping. Okay, so Danessa, honey, what is this? What is this? Child, what? Danessa, honey, what is this? When I saw this, y'all, I was like, I don't even, what am I looking at? Why? I mean, I'm all for making products for Pride Month. I definitely think that they should have a place in the beauty community just like everyone else. But it's just the layout that I'm confused with. Because it's like, I know the quality of the products is amazing because it's Danessa. But it's like, why this layout, Danessa? Why this layout? That's my only question. Why this layout? I'm not questioning your formula. I'm not questioning, you know, your color selection. I'm not questioning any of that. I'm questioning why we put it in this packaging with all this dead space. Like, why? Why? I'm personally not buying this. And honestly, I feel like it is because of the packaging and the placement of the products. Because I feel like I usually buy her palettes when they come out. So it's not that. It's just, why did we place it the way we did? That's making it a huge turn off for me and making me not want to be bothered. So that's why I'm not buying it. It has nothing to do with Danessa. It has to do with Danessa packaging it this way. Why? Danessa, ma'am, just why? Why? Anyway, on to the next thing. So CloseOps decided to finally launch some blushes, because I feel like they didn't have blushes for a while, and blush is something they needed. So these are the Blush is Life Baked Talc-Free Dimensional and Brightening Blushes. It is a clean, silky, smooth, talc-free powder blush baked with squalene and hyaluronic acid in dimensional color duos for a healthy flush of color. And it's, like I said, the highlighted ingredients are the squalene and the hyaluronic acid. And they're supposed to hydrate and balance. These blush shades are baked and swirled with 2 different tones to create alive, easy to wear colors. The soft, smooth powder blends into skin and blends seamlessly for a skin-like radiance finish, so there are no harsh lines. It's buildable, long-wearing colors you can't mess up. So they're supposed to be on Sephora's website right now, and they retail for $29. They're supposed to actually be available on the 20th for Rouge members, I'm assuming, and then the 21st for everyone. But yeah, I don't think I'm going to pick up any of these just because none of the colors are really calling to me. This is the product I have to swatch in store and see which one I feel like would look best on me. I know the berry one would look best on me, but I mean, like, it's coming in the spring and summer, so I want more bright effect, and it's like, how many pink blushes do you need, you know? So I don't necessarily plan on picking these up right away. I do want to pick one up though, because I do love CloseOps. It's just a question of, am I going to rush out to get this? No, I'm not even gonna lie, I'm not. So Fenty is supposed to be coming out with fragrances. So Fenty is revealing their first fragrance collections. They'll have more details coming soon, but they have 7 fragrances. It doesn't really tell what the names of them are or anything like that. I just came across this picture and wanted to share with you all, because I'm interested to see what they're gonna have to offer. Because I remember they had like lotion and fragrance in the past, because my grandma had a like Fendi set that had, I think, a body lotion, a fragrance, and then like the body wash in it. So I'm interested to see what they come out with now, since I'm assuming they're trying to like rebrand the fragrance or whatever. I don't know, but we'll just have to wait and see. But it was something I wanted to share because I thought it was interesting. Next we have these. So this thing that we were talking about in the last week's new makeup releases was apparently the color fused glassy blush balm. So she came out with blush balms, and they let one of the celebrities wear it to the Met Gala. And there are, I believe it's 8 shades. They basically just made shades in cream of the powder ones they had, which I thought was weird, because it's like they came out with a purple one, but y'all didn't bring the purple one back as permanent. It was limited edition and it didn't come back. So like, why did you feel like you need to have a purple cream when you got rid of the purple powder, is what I don't understand. That's weird to me, but you know, whatever. Maybe it already started production and she thought it was going to sell better than it was, and then it didn't sell that well, so they didn't bring it back. But they had already started formulating the cream ones, so you'd have ones to match it with. And now whoever just has the purple one, like me, you have the purple, and then you can get the matching purple cream, but everybody else is just assed out. Like, I don't know, maybe you can use this cream with the purple Dior blush that doesn't work out that well. I don't know, but I think this was retail for like $28 or something. Is that how much it was? That sounds too cheap to me for House Labs. No, it's $34. Okay, I was like, I knew that was too cheap. It says this is a serum based long wear glassy blush that can be used on both lips and cheeks. Contains 70% skincare actives like what she has in her normal fermented arcania, I believe that's how you say it, arnica, goji berry complex, and fermented cinco to hydrate and make skin look more plump. So it boosts skin's hydration by 62% immediately after application. Skin looks more plump. It's supposed to have an all day long wear, fade resistant formula, and the skin feels nourished all day. So it's fragrance free, clean, cruelty free, and vegan. And like I said, they're $34 a piece. That sounds more like her. These come out on the 30th of May on the House Labs website. They don't come to Sephora till June the 13th. But I'm interested in getting the purple one. I don't know about any other color I would get. The purple one is the one that intrigues me the most, so I can see myself getting that one. Just because I don't have a purple cream blush, so I feel like it'd be something to add to my collection. I'm trying to get stuff to add to my collection and not necessarily just buy more of the same. So I feel like that one will add to my collection, so I most likely will pick that one up. Let's talk about these new Nomad palettes. So they came out with 3 smaller palettes. I like the fact they come out with smaller pan palettes. My whole thing is the color stories aren't very exciting, not to sound mean. So since the color story isn't that exciting, that doesn't make me want to be like, oh, you know what I see, I want to get that. Like, I'm just kind of like, I'm not feeling it. you know, at all. I'm not excited about it. Oh, so these are Canadian Rockies, the Abu Dhabi Zayden, and then the also Gardaman. So these are supposed to be 3 airports, or that, yeah, it's supposed to be 3 airports, and these launch on Tuesday the 21st. I don't plan on picking them up, but y'all know these color stories are not my go-to. I'm still using like the green palette that they sent me in PR, so I don't really need the green, and the orange one is not for me. Y'all know I don't like warm tones, and I do like the neutral one, but because I got the cool neutrals from Sigma on the way, I don't feel the need to buy a smaller version of it, because y'all know I don't really use neutrals. And I have the what is it, the cool neutrals palette from Makeup by Mario too, so it's like I already got enough like neutral palettes for someone who doesn't wear neutrals at all, so I don't see myself picking this up. I have one more fragrance to talk to you all about. So they have the Couture of Creators collection. So Creators came out with 3 different fragrances from this brand called Gourmand Beauty. If you all remember, I did the video with them doing all the pistachio fragrances battle with the one from Snif, Heal the Way. And then there was Kayali's Yum Gelato, and then there was Pistachio Brulee from this brand we're talking about now. So they collaborated with 3 creators to make these 3 different fragrances. So Pacheli Delicious, I hope I'm saying it right, by Jade Bolding. It's a juicy peach, velvety caramel, and warm vanilla crumble. That definitely sounds like one I can get on board with, and I feel like that might go really nicely with some other fragrances I already own. Then there's the Tatcha de Cafe by Easton Gaskill. It's a blank page accord, a rich espresso, and a musky cedarwood. I think it's nice that they're doing a collab with a guy instead of, you know, people usually just collab with girls. So I'm nice to see the boys be able to get in on some collabs. I think that's really nice. And then the last one is Angel Soiree by Carolyn Stern, and it's supposed to be lychee meringue sweetened rose milk and a vanilla biscotti. So that sounds interesting. They actually all sound interesting. They're supposed to be available for right now, so I'm gonna go on also when I get off here and see if they are available, because the ones the 2 girls made sound interesting. I feel like the espresso one, the coffee one's gonna be a little too strong for my personal liking, so I don't want to pick that one up per se. But I am happy that he got a chance to collab with them, and if I get to go in store and smell it and it smells nice, I wouldn't have a problem picking it up, because y'all know I love me a good fragrance moment. My only thing is just keep in mind that these fragrances are the ones that last the least amount of time, so they last a little bit longer than a body spray. So they last 6 hours instead of like 4 hours like body sprays do, but it's one you have to reapply. So if you had a short work day, then I would recommend using their fragrances, but otherwise I feel like it's not going to last that long, and that's the only downside to their fragrances in my personal opinion. So next, let's get on to Miss Rihanna here with these new shades of Minerals SPF protection. So she has 10 shades that she added to this line, because this is her original SPF. I think I had this originally and I used it up and I didn't buy it again, but it says Hydra Vision Hues plump skin with daily hydration, and comes in 10 inclusive shades, flexible shades that have a natural glowy finish. Each shade also has the perfect level of pigment to tackle flashback. Now everyone can wear mineral SPF without the white cast. I heard that, girl, because struggle bus for real. So it's supposed to be exclusive to the app on the 22nd, so I definitely plan on picking this up and trying it out just to see how I feel about it. And then I'll grab the other stuff that I was talking about I wanted, but it doesn't say how much this costs, so that's my only thing. Like, how much does this cost? Because it does not say. One more thing I talked about, so it's this fragrance from New Notes that just came out. What's the information on it though? So this retails for $160. The top notes are bergamot and orange. The middle notes are violet and jasmine. And then the base notes are vanilla, mossy notes, cedarwood, and amber. That doesn't necessarily sound like a fragrance I would like. Y'all know I'm not really big on violet or jasmine. I feel like it could possibly sound nice. It says the combination of sugared violets, fruity accents, and creamy sweetness invokes the joy of savoring your favorite violet flavored candies. Now, I've never had a violet flavored candy, so to me that's interesting. That's how I know this is a foreign brand, because I've never seen a violet flavored candy here in America, and that's probably why it said pounds when it was 160. So I probably should have said that it was 160 pounds. So needless to say, it doesn't align with us. But let's go on here one last time and see if I miss anything like I normally do. So Lola just came out with some blushes. So they're matte powder blushes with smoothing effect. It says an incredible luxe touch blush filled with a velvety and soft focus feel with softening matte color of natural impact for even and diffused effect. Blurring and softening cheeks, effortlessly blending evenly onto skin, will always give you the perfect airbrushed effect. So these are 1840 in, I guess, pounds, and the shades are Petite, which is a bright baby pink, Paradise, which is a pop peach, Lucky Rose, which is a coral pink, Enigma, which is mauve, Endorphin, which is a vivid cherry red, and Satisfaction, which is a soft terracotta. I think you can only pick these up from their website right now, so you can't get them from Ulta. Now I'm wondering if they are going to come to Ulta or not. I am curious about that, because I can see myself picking up the red one just to try it out, because I think the only other red blush I have is the one from who are those people, Giorgio Armani, and I'd like to have a somewhat more affordable one than theirs, because theirs is kind of hot. So I'm glad that they came out with that, so then that way I could possibly get my hands on it. Oh, this is what I meant to talk about. The Dede Cosmetics came out with this Dewdrop collection. It's supposed to be coming soon. They gave sneak peeks, I guess, of what the colors are supposed to be like. I know it's a palette. My whole thing is that the eyeshadow palette is a face palette. I don't know what kind of palette it is. So this collection is supposed to be launching next week from Dede Cosmetics. That's pretty much all I saw. If I see anything else, I will put it over here like I normally do for you all. But those are all the things we're going to talk about today, girls. So I hope you all enjoyed this video. Remember, you all are diamonds. Make sure you subscribe. My membership is down below if you're interested. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Be blessed, girl. Bye.